Just need to realize that if God allowed us to live past a situation that we were buried in, we also need to take off the clothes that we were buried in. We need to renew our mind. That's why Paul says we need to renew our mind and have the mind of Christ Jesus. We need to renew our mind and change our habits and change our approach, because if we're going to move on and live past the things that kept us down, we need to do it with a new mindset and a new approach and a new faith. God didn't allow you to live past what you lived through so that you could keep going back to the same old habits. That doesn't even make any sense. If you're going to live past what you did, you need to live with a new sense of urgency, a new life, and a new faith, and a new hope that Jesus can give you a new life and life more abundantly. So I'm coming to a close. All I'm trying to encourage somebody today is that you can come back from whatever has been trying to hold you down. Whatever has been trying to keep you from living the life of joy and peace and hope. Whatever's holding you down, you can overcome it through the power of Jesus Christ. As I close, one of the things I'm excited about this weekend is this is the start of the NFL season. And I'm excited about watching football this weekend. I got to be honest. And there's a lot of storylines, and obviously I'm going to be watching the Steelers tomorrow. But there's one game that I'm going to be paying attention to. And it's actually not tomorrow. It's going to be on Monday. Monday Night Football, the Redskins versus the Eagles. And there's a quarterback by the name of RG3 who 9 months ago tore up his ACL. And when he tore up his ACL, I actually sat back and listened to how all the criticizers and the pundits said that he won't be able to return because this was his second knee injury. They said there's no way he'd be back in time for the season. There's no way he'd be able to run like he used to run. There's no way that he can come back from it. Well, on Monday night, RG3 gets to prove to the world that comebacks do happen. I also like to watch basketball. Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, but one of the people that I paid particular attention to is Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose also had a shredded knee injury, and the same things. People love to come out and criticize when you're down. And the same pundits and the same people who were saying that Derrick Rose won't be able to come back and that he won't be the same player. He won't be able to jump as high. Matter of fact, there was a reporter who had the audacity to stick a microphone in his face and say, "Who do you think is the best player in the league?" And the reporter wanted him to say LeBron James, but Derrick Rose looked at that reporter right in the eye and said, "I'm the best player in the league." And all I'm trying to remind somebody is that comebacks do happen. Maybe sports isn't your thing, but this summer I was excited to go and watch a movie in the North Side. They have movies outside. I never did that before. And one of the movies that we went to watch was the movie Lincoln. And I did some research on Lincoln. I mean, yeah, I studied him in high school, but I forgot. So I did some research on Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln failed at business 2 times. Had a nervous breakdown. Failed when he tried to go into Congress. Failed twice when he tried to go into the Senate. And then also lost a vice president nomination. But yet we know Abraham Lincoln as a 16th president, and some people still today regard him as one of the best presidents this country has ever seen. All I'm trying to remind somebody is that comebacks do happen. So I talked about sports, I talked about politics. Maybe none of those are your thing. If I could only think of a comeback story that would grab your attention, I think I got one. There was a man from Galilee. He was the greatest man who ever lived. He walked on the same earth and was tempted just like we were, but yet he had no sin. He walked all around the cities of Judea and Samaria, and he healed people, and he ministered to people, and he did everything that his Father wanted him to do. However,